Hello there, I'm Red, and while I don't like my voice, I do like theme parks. I visited Disneyland Park in California during holiday season and had a great time. Maybe you thought about going to, but never have because you don't know what to expect. If you're interested, join me and we'll go over what it was like to visit.
That's it, right here. Disneyland.
So, you've decided that you want to visit the original Disneyland Park in Anaheim, California. But technically you'll be visiting two parks in one, since the Disney California Adventure Park is right next to it. Disneyland opened in 1955 and sadly it is the only one Walt himself was able to experience. The California Adventure was recently opened in 2001, but both parks continue to change as Walt said that Disneyland can never be finished. Constant changes to existing attractions in other locations, as well as new areas being added will make sure that each visit will never be the same twice. The first thing you need is to gain access to the park. You can purchase your ticket online ahead of time, but you can also walk in and easily buy it at the park. Try not to lose it and we will discuss the reason why in a bit. Since both parks are so conveniently close, you can also purchase what is called a park hopper ticket. This will give you a same-day access to both Disneyland Park and Disney California Adventure Park, allowing you to quickly move between them. In addition to simply acquiring your ticket, there is something called Magic Morning, which you might be interested in. When you purchase your ticket in advance and for 3 days or more, you can get one early admission for one of these days. This early admission will allow you to enter attractions, stores, entertainment and dining locations 1 hour before the park opens to the general public. Not all locations are available for Magic Morning, so you might want to ask in advance. Normally the parks are open from 8 AM to around 11 PM, but that depends on the day and everything is subject to change, even schedules. So I highly recommend that you check the month and specific day for times and other special events. Luckily, Disney has a separate web page for each park, and here you can find an easy to follow calendar for what you can expect. It's very convenient, so plan your trip in a way where you can have more hours or more events to enjoy. So now that you're inside the park, what do? Well, I suggest that you get a Disneyland guide map from amongst the many available languages at the entrance. Locate what you want to ride or sit first and walk towards it. But don't worry if you ever get lost or don't know what to do next. You can always ask an employee for assistance with anything. And that's part of the charm of what makes this place so great. They will greet you with a smile and make sure that you hear exactly what you need. They are super friendly, so be sure to thank them properly. I mean, even the people in charge of cleaning the park take some of the time to try and put a smile on your face. Moving along, there are many attractions for all ages. We will go over most of them, but there's a general rule. You queue in line, wait until you can board the attraction and finally you get to enjoy it. Waiting time varies of course due to the amount of people waiting to get on. So I would suggest that you ride the popular ones early on in the day first, because even if the park opens early, you won't see many people until a bit later on. Not all rides have Fast Pass, but those that do have 2 lines in order to enter it, the normal line and Fast Pass. Each attraction shows an estimate of how long it will take you to enjoy it. The Fast Pass wait time is much shorter, so you will want to enter using the Fast Line as many times as possible. So how exactly do you use Fast Pass? If you don't have internet access, you may book a Fast Pass reservation by scanning your park ticket at the Fast Pass kiosk, which are usually located very close to the selected attraction. Doing so will grant you with a ticket with a time window in which you can return to enjoy the ride. You can lose these since they're not necessary. The reservations will be tied to your park ticket. To use your FastPass reservation, you will need to scan your park ticket at the entrance at a given time window. If successful, you'll be allowed to enter the FastPass entrance line and board within a matter of minutes. Getting a FastPass reservation for a given time is like having a friend save you a spot in line, which is obviously not permitted, so don't do it. Anyway, you don't have to stay around, so go rest, have lunch or ride other attractions be at a normal queue while you wait for that time window. FastPass reservations are limited. Each hour window for an attraction has a set amount of reservations available. So the more people that reserve a FastPass for a given attraction, the more likely you'll be given a time window for it later in the day. For example, if an attraction is quite popular, you might start to see a return time of 5 PM even at 10 AM in the morning, so try to get them as early as possible. Also, there's a waiting period before you can get another one, but you can have multiple FastPass reservations at a given time. You just have to book the next one after the waiting period ends, which is approximately 2 hours. Otherwise, you will get something like this. For anyone with internet access, there's an optional paid service called Max Pass, which is acquired when purchasing your park ticket by paying an additional fee of $15 as of January 2019. Max Pass allows you to book FastPass reservations directly on your mobile device instead of having to physically visit each kiosk. You do this by linking your park ticket to the Disneyland app, which you need to download to purchase and use Max Pass. It's pretty handy as it can even let you set up a group where someone can manage the FastPass reservations for everyone with a Max Pass at the same time. Again, all guests can still scan their park ticket at individual FastPass locations. FastPass is free for everyone. And while Max Pass is not necessary, it helps you to use your time more efficiently. The application displays next available time windows and you can reserve them simply on your device wherever you are. Otherwise, you will need to walk around the park a lot more to even see the next available time windows at the kiosks. Also, if a ride breaks down during your return window, that FastPass will not go to waste and will become a multi-experience pass. This will grant you access to any ride as if you have reserved it. It's kinda like a wild card. And for foreigners such as myself, there's free Wi-Fi available in select areas of both parks to be used with the Disney app. It is as easy as finding a hotspot, signing in and accepting the terms, so anyone can use Max Pass. You can even use the mobile food ordering option on the application to purchase something and go pick it up later. As for the available attractions, in my opinion there are three types: pleasant rides, interactive experiences, and thrill rides. Each park is divided in sections, so let's go over each one, starting with the California Adventure Park. To the left of Buena Vista Street, which has only dining, you will see Hollywoodland. Here you can meet Elsa and Anna, learn how to draw characters, or chat with Crush the Turtle and more. But you can also ride the Monster Inc. Mike and Sully to the rescue, or the Guardians and Galaxy Mission Breakout Thrill Ride, which has Fast Pass. I believe Bugland is currently closed and will become a Marvel's Avengers area in the future. To the right you can find Grizzly Peak. Here you can get wet on the thrilling Grizzly River Run, or fly with the impressive Soaring Around the World attraction. Both of these have Fast Pass, so keep an eye out for them. And if you do really get wet, there's a nifty warming hut that will dry you up in seconds, for a price. Straight up you can find Cars Land, where you can ride Mario's Junkyard Jamboree or Luigi's Rollicking Roster with your kids. Or walk a little bit more to the Radiator Spring Racer, which is one of the most popular in the park, so I highly recommend that you get a Fast Pass for it. The Pacific Wharf is a connecting area. While you can go on a bakery tour, you will find most dining options here. At the end of the park you will find the Paradise or Pixar Pier, which is the biggest area of the park and the most fun. On one side you can ride the Little Mermaid Undersea Adventure, enjoy the great music, or try the Golden Zephyr, the Jumping Jellyfish, and the Silly Symphony Swings. There's also Goofy Sky School, which is a thrill ride and has Fast Pass. At the other side of this area you will find two Fast Pass attractions: the Toy Story Midway Mania and the Incredicoaster, which I highly recommend as one of the best in both parks. You can also ride Mickey's Fun Wheel with two options, a moving and non-moving cage, depending on what you like. This area is growing, so you can expect to see other things in the future. On this park you can meet characters from Toy Story, The Incredibles, and Wreck-It Ralph, in addition to the previously mentioned Elsa and Anna. Park hopping to Disneyland, you can find the railroad station at the main street, which you can use to easily get around the park in minutes. From the main plaza you can go left to Adventureland. Here you can sit and enjoy the bird show at the Enchanted Tiki Room. There's the Jungle Cruise, and while you may think twice about a simple boat route around the river, this was a big surprise for me. The skippers tell plenty of jokes and it was one of the most enjoyable things I did. You can also visit Tarzan's Treehouse in a couple of minutes. And one of my favorites, the Indiana Jones Adventure. Not only is it one of the best thrill rides in the park, the queue area is filled with fun things and the interaction even has a movie-like story to it. Thankfully it has a Fast Pass entrance. Further in there's the New Orleans Square, where you can enjoy the popular Pirates of the Caribbean ride and even see Jack Sparrow. Or you can use a Fast Pass to enter the Haunted Mansion ride, and depending on the season you may see ghosts or a more Halloween or Christmas theme to it. In Critter Country you can visit the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, or exercise on the Davy Crockett's Explorer canoes with the friendly employees, which was more fun than I expected and I'm glad I tried it out. There's also Splash Mountain, get ready to get a little wet and reserve your Fast Pass for it as it is quite popular. Moving on to Frontierland, you can try your aim at the shooting exposition, ride the Mark Twain or the Columbia ship, or this area's Fast Pass ride the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. And don't forget you can also visit the Tom Sawyer Island in the middle of the lake for the Pirate Lair. Next is Tomorrowland, and there's plenty to do here. You can ride a submarine on the Finding Nemo voyage, try the Astro Orbiter, drive around in Autopia, aim for a high score in Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, or two Fast Pass attractions. Star Tours, which has at least two completely different 3D experiences. And one of the best attractions in the park, Space Mountain. Additionally, you can board the monorail here. Through the castle, which you can enter for a refresher or a Sleeping Beauty story, you will reach Fantasyland. Aside from a meeting spot with most princesses, there are plenty of rides here. King Arthur's Carousel, Storybook Land Canal boats, the Casey Jr. Circus Train, and Dumbo the Flying Elephant. You can also ride a rotating cup in the Mad Tea Party. But there are plenty of movie rides such as Alice in Wonderland, Pinocchio's Daring Journey, Snow White's Scary Adventure, Peter Pan's Flight, and Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Matching Frontier's Land Big Mountain, here you can ride the Fast Pass Matterhorn bobsleds. And before leaving the area, you can enjoy songs from all over the world in the It's a Small World ride with Fast Pass as well. Lastly, and at the end of the park, you will find Mickey's Toontown. Here you can visit the character houses to take pictures with them, ride the Gadgetco coaster, or queue in the Fast Pass line for Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin ride. I would like to know that each of these areas have plenty of dining options, so you don't have to return to the main street every time you want something. Aside from attractions, the parks also have other events. Be sure to check what is planned on the days that you want to visit. I was able to see a holiday parade twice a day every day, and during the weekend, Friday through Sunday, they also held the Fantasmic show at night. Lots of great visual effects make this worth watching, but there are months during the year where Fantasmic is closed, so keep an eye on their calendar to make the most of your trip. Both parades and Fantasmic have viewing areas, so be sure to save a spot early in the day if you want a good location. Though Fantasmic has a roped-off reserved viewing area which is preferred for watching it, and it requires a fastpass reservation that is separate from normal attractions, otherwise there are non-ticketed viewing areas available. And around 9 PM there's always a firework display above the castle. As for characters in this park, you can see some walking around, doing shows, or you can queue in line to enter the meeting hall where you can chat and take pictures with some of the princesses. You can also ask the employees known as the character host for schedules and possible locations, which the characters follow strictly. There are plenty of bathrooms and water fountains, as well as stores to purchase souvenirs, clothes and toys. And of course you can buy food almost everywhere in the park. There's popcorn, drinks, turkey legs, chimichangas and many other options out in the open. Or you can visit any of the restaurants for a proper meal. And you're set, that's all you need to know about Disneyland. You make the rest of the fun and whoever you go with. I sincerely hope you enjoy your visit as much as I did. I would like to dedicate this episode to the character host Danny. Not only did he have great hair, he complimented mine. He was an overall great guy and the friendliest person I had the chance to meet during my trip. Hope you have a good one, mate. And that's it, take care, bye bye.